Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome and thank you for joining today's session. So, as you all know, we have joined this session for investment proof submission on Zoho Portal. So, Priyanka Patil, Assistant Team Lead of Payroll, she's going to conduct today's session, and she'll guide us through the process of submitting your investment proofs on Zoho Portal. So, in this webinar, she'll let us know about the step-by-step introduction on uploading and verifying your documents, and she'll help you. She'll give you the some tips to avoid some errors while uploading the investment documents. So, over to you, Priyanka.
Yes. Thank you, Neha, for the quick introduction. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining this webinar. So today I will be taking you through a very important topic, that is investment submission of your proofs on Zoho Payroll Portal. So as you all know that you declare your investments from April to January month. So for February and March month, you have to submit your actual investment proofs on Zoho Payroll Portal. So for February and March month, your tax will be calculated based upon the actual investment proof submitted by you. And we have already opened this submission window on 24th January on Friday. And you might have received email notification about it. And the submission window will be open till 20th February. So you have to make sure that you submit all your documents and submit the investment claim during this period only. Now I want to just explain you about what will be the possible outcome, like what will be your taxable salary and what will be your tax deduction based upon the investment declared and actual proof submitted. So let's take the first case. So suppose the value of declared investment is equal to the value of proof submitted. There won't be any change in your taxable salary. It means that whatever you have declared and you are submitting proof against it, which is equal to your declaration, then there will be no as such change in your taxable salary. So your tax deduction will be same as per your earlier months. Second is, if the value of declared investment is greater than the value of proof submitted, then your taxable income may increase. It means you have declared all your investment during the declaration process and you have only submitted few of your proofs, I can say. Then in this case, your taxable income will increase and you may need to pay more tax. That means there will be more tax deduction as compared to your earlier months. In third case, if the value of declared investment is less than the value of proof submitted, then your taxable income will decrease. It means you have declared very less amount of investment and you have submitted all investment proofs on total, then this will lead to taxable income will decrease. So in this case, your tax will be less as compared to your earlier month. So this is how you can check your taxable salary. You can compare your taxable salary, your tax deduction based on investment declared and actual proofs submitted. Now we will see how to submit your investment claim and how to submit your documents on Zoho Payroll Portal. So once you log into Zoho Payroll Portal, you will see a investment tab on left side of the page. You have to click on that investment tab. Then you will see two options here. One is investment declaration and second is proof of investment. So now you have to click on proof of investments. Also, you will find help documents here on top right side of the page. So if you have any queries or require any assistance during this process, you can definitely take help of these documents. Also, you can reach out to us. So I have shared my email ID in the chat box. So if you require any assistance during this process, you can definitely contact us on this mail ID. Then once you click on proof of investment, you have to click on submit proofs to proceed further. Then it will take you to the new page here. So here you can see all the investment listed here. So on this first page, you have to just claim your investment. You have to select the investment, enter the amounts, and also you have to mention all the required details. So on the first page, you have to only claim your investment. Then you have to click on save and compare regions. So it will take you to the second page. So here you have to opt for either old tax regime or new tax regime, whichever is beneficial for you. Then you have to click on save. Then it will take you to the third page. So on third page, you have to attach the documents. You will not find attachment option on first page. You have to do it on third page. So on third page, you will find here all the investment which you have claimed. And in front of your investment claimed, you will find the attachment pin here. So you have to click on the attachment pin to attach your documents. Once you click the attachment pin, you have to browse your documents from the folder. So you can upload your documents up to 5 MB here. Then you have to check the box, consent box, and then you have to click on submit. Once you click on submit, your investment claim and proofs will be submitted. Once it is submitted, we will review your investment claim and proofs. So once we review, you will receive email notification about it, and also you will receive all the remarks in the email, whether your proofs is approved, whether it is rejected. You will receive all the remarks in that email. So this is how you can submit your investment claim online on Zoho Payroll Portal. Also, I would like to add here that you don't have to courier any hard copies to us. You have to just upload all your documents on Zoho Payroll Portal itself. Okay. Now, as I said earlier, that you have to opt for either old tax regime or new tax regime. So if you choose old tax regime, it is mandatory for you to submit documents or proofs online. And if you opt for new tax regime, then there is no requirement to upload any documents. So this is as per standard income tax guidelines that you don't have to attach any documents under new tax regime. But two investments are allowed under new tax regime. So one is interest on home loan on let out property, which comes under section 24. So if you have this investment, you can claim it under new tax regime. Second is deduction for employer's contribution to NPS account, which comes under section 80CCD2. So most of the employees might don't have this as the part of their salary structure. For those who have this as the part of the salary structure, the system auto considers it as exemption. Then we have a standard deduction of rupees 75,000. So this is only applicable under new tax regime. Under old tax regime, the limit is 50,000 for standard deduction. Now let's see which are the investments that you can claim under old tax regime. So first is house rent allowance. So if you are living in a rented house property, you can claim it. So you will see first option itself as, are you staying in a rented house? So you have to check the box as yes. Then you have to mention the rental period. This should be for current financial year only. Then you have to mention the monthly rent amount, then address of the rented house. You have to also choose whether the city is metro or non-metro. Then landlord PAN is mandatory if the annual rent amount is more than rupees 1 lakh. So to claim HRA, you have to submit rent receipts, then rent agreement, and landlord's PAN copy. So this is how you can claim house rent allowance. Next, we have home loan. So if you're repaying any home loan for self-occupied property, you can claim it. So under house rent allowance, we'll see this option as, are you repaying home loan for self-occupied house property? You have to check the box as yes. Then you have to mention principal amount, interest amount, name of the lender, and lender PAN number. So you will get all these details from the provisional loan certificate from the bank. So you have to submit this document as well as a proof. So this is how you can claim home loan. The next is let out property details. So if you have a let out property, it means a house property that is rented out. So you will find this option as do you have a let out property with or without rental income. Again, check the box as yes. Then mention the annual rent received, municipal taxes paid. And if you are paying any home loan on this property, you have to check the box here as I am repaying home loan for this property. So this is how you can claim let out property. Then we have ATC investment. So under ATC, you can claim life insurance premium, public provident fund, ELSS or mutual fund, children tuition fees, and so on. So you will see a separate tab as ATC investment. Under this ATC investment, you can choose the investment from the drop down, mention the amount, mention the amount, and if you want to add more investment, you can click on add investment. Again, choose the investment from the drop down and mention the amounts. So under ATC, the maximum limit is rupees 1,50,000. Then we have ATD investments. So under ATD, you can claim medical policy for self, spouse, children, for parents, then preventive health checkups and medical bills. So these medical bills are only for senior citizen. You can claim this if the person is senior citizen only. So if you want to claim medical bills, then you have to also attach the PAN copy of the individual who is senior citizen so that we can verify the age of that person. Now again here you will see a separate tab as ATD exemption. So you can find all these mediclaim in the drop down. You have to just select the investment, enter the amount, and if you want to add more investment, click on add investment and select the investment and enter the amount. Now the maximum deduction limit is rupees 1 lakh, which includes premium paid for self, family, senior citizen parents, as well as preventive health checkup and medical expenses. Then we have ATDD. So ATDD is for medical treatment of a dependent with disability. So if the person is normal disabled, like the level is 40 to 79%, then you will get exemption up to rupees 75,000. If it is severe disability, it means 80% or more, then you will get exemption up to rupees 1,25,000. So here you have to attach a valid medical certificate in a form of NIA, which is issued by a recognized medical authority, which also confirms the disability of the dependent. Also, you can attach receipts and bills for the expenses that are incurred in the medical treatment of the disabled dependent. Then is ATDTB. So ATDTB is allowed for medical treatment of a dependent who is suffering from specified disease, that is chronic diseases such as AIDS, cancers, and so on. So if the individual is below 60 years, you will get exemption up to rupees 40,000. And if it is senior citizen or super senior citizen, you will get exemption up to rupees 1 lakh. So here you have to obtain a certificate from a specialist. It depends upon the type of the diseases like neurologist, oncologist, urologist, or any other relevant specialist. Then we have ATU. So ATU offers tax benefit if individual suffers a disability. So we saw 80DD. So under 80DD, you can take tax benefit if dependent is disabled, but under 80U, you will get tax benefit if individual suffers a disability. Again, here the level of disability is 40%. If it is 40%, which includes blindness, low vision, mental illness, etc. So we'll get exemption up to rupees 75,000. And if it is 80% or more, you will get exemption of rupees 1,25,000. Under severe disability, it includes multiple disabilities like autism, paralysis, etc. Again, you have to submit a form as 10IA. So you have to submit this form to claim 80U. Now, where you can claim all these investments, so you will find a tab as other investment and exemptions. So you will find this 80DD, 80DDB and 80U under this. So you can select it and enter the amount. Also, you will find your additional exemption on voluntary NPS. You can claim that as well here. And if you want to claim more investment, you can click on add investment and select the investment and enter the amount. So this was all about the investments, I can say. So next we have previous employment. So if anyone is joining in middle, or if anyone has joined in the middle of the financial year, you will require to submit previous employment details. You have to submit these details on Zoho payroll portal itself. You have to mention income after exemption, income tax, professional tax, employee provident fund. So we'll get all these details from Form 12B or tax computation report, which you get from previous employer. You also need to submit it as a document on portal. So yes, this was all about investment submission process. So today we covered like how you can compare your taxable salary and tax deduction based upon actual investment proofs and as per declaration. Then we saw how to actually submit your proofs online, how we review it and how we will receive email notification about it. Then we saw which are the investments which you can claim. Then we saw about previous employment details. So I hope I have covered almost everything about investment process. If you have any questions or require any assistance, you can always reach out to us over email ID. You have my mail ID. And yeah, that's it. Thank you everyone for joining this webinar.